Hey, great to have you back. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to make enchiladas. We're going to start off first by getting our chicken seasoned and in the oven. Then we're going to make some enchilada sauce. And then we're going to prep all the chicken with the filling. We're going to roll the enchiladas, get some cheese on them and get them in the oven. This dish is very simple to make, very easy to follow. It's quick, it's good, family will love it. Let's start off right away by getting our chicken ready. What I have here is 4 nice sized chicken breasts. We'll get them on our tray with parchment paper. I use parchment paper a lot because I'm lazy and don't like doing dishes. In our last video, you remember we made the that barbecue rub. This is the rub that we're going to use on the chicken here. I put it on liberally. You can put lots of this on. Makes a nice crust on the chicken when it bakes. It is called rub for a reason. Make sure you rub it in there. This is the bottom side. We'll get it covered. Turn these over. Cover the other side. We'll do the other side. Once they're all nicely covered, got all your spice piled in there, we're going to take these to the oven that we've already preheated at 400 degrees, and that's where we'll roast them. Okay, off to the oven we go. 400 degrees, middle rack. Pop them in there. About 25 minutes. Your chicken has to be inside temperature has to be at least 165 degrees. Can't serve raw chicken at any time for any reason. You want to make sure it's cooked right through. About 25 minutes, 400 degrees, they'll be cooked right through. Okay, well, our chicken roast in the oven, we're going to make the enchilada sauce. Very simple sauce, easy to make, very tasty. We've got 2 cups of chicken broth, 3 tablespoons of canola oil, a small can, 5½ ounce of tomato paste, a teaspoon of oregano, teaspoon of cumin, a 1/4 cup of chili powder, and believe me, it's not going to make it too spicy. It's really not spicy at all, and a tablespoon of flour. Let's go over to the stove and get this thing going. Alright, let's get going with our sauce. We got our pot on the stove. We've got it on medium-high heat. Put in your 3 tablespoons of canola oil, your 1 tablespoon of flour. You just want to heat this up and cook the flour out a little bit. It takes the flour taste out of whatever you're making. Starts bubbling right away. You're just cooking the flour taste out. This is what's going to thicken the sauce. This is just a type of roux. Got our 1/4 cup of chili powder, our teaspoon of cumin, our teaspoon of oregano. We just want to heat all this up. We want all the spices hot. As soon as it heats up, then we start mixing in our 2 cups of broth. Just nice and slow, stirring it in, incorporate it. Make sure all the spices are mixed in. And all we're going to do is we're just going to bring this up to a boil. When it comes up to a boil, we're going to turn around and turn it down, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And the flour in there will thicken it right up. Now we put our tomato paste in. comes up to a boil, we'll turn it down to the simmer, let it simmer. 10 minutes, and that's all it takes. And that's it, the enchilada sauce is done. Very basic sauce, one of the easiest ones to make. Okay, so our chicken's done now, so we're gonna shut our oven off, get our chicken out, get it off the tray, let it cool down for a while. Roasted beautiful, nice and brown. Look at the beautiful color on that. Both sides. We'll let this cool down so we can handle it because it has to be shredded and you really don't want to try doing that too hot. And that's it. We'll let that cool down for a little bit and then we'll shred it up and make the filling for the enchiladas. Okay, we've got everything out we need to make our filling. We've got 2 cans of kernel corn, we've got 2 cans of black beans, all rinsed and drained. We've got 2/3 cup of our enchilada sauce, coarse salt and pepper that we put on everything. We've got our chicken breast and a large bowl. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shred the chicken. Chicken's pretty easy to shred. Just take it with your fingers, I guess, kind of rub your fingers, and you just want to shred it up into chunks, that's all. A little bit time consuming, but hey, worth it, worth it, worth it. So we just want to shred all 4 chicken breasts up like this until we get them all shredded into little pieces. Best to do, you want it a little bit warm, not too cold, but you don't want it so hot that you can't handle your chicken either. So I'm going to shred all this up and I'll come back to you as soon as I have it all shredded up. Okay, so we've got all our chicken shredded up here. Didn't take long, 5-10 minutes, doesn't take long at all. I'm just going to wash my hands off here. Always wash your hands after handling chicken, especially raw. We'll get ourselves a spoon to mix this up. Okay, let's make our filling. We're going to start by dumping our corn in, our black beans in, all this together. You don't need a lot, just again, this is just to add a little bit more flavor into the filling. There's going to be a lot of sauce on the wrap, so a little bit of salt, because we salt and pepper everything. A little bit of pepper. Mix this sauce just into it a little bit. And this recipe you can cut back if you want to make less. We've got, I've made a little bit extra here actually because we're going to make some and freeze it after. But we'll be using about a little more than half of this to make a dozen or so. Nice big ones in a tray. But these are great. When you get to the point where you're going to bake them and you have the cheese on before they go in the oven, that's where you want to freeze them. And when you take them out of the freezer, take the top off, stick them in the oven. 350, you just want to heat them through. The cheese that's on top will melt while they're defrosting in the oven. So they can go right in the oven, or you can thaw them out on the counter. No set rule. And there you go. That is our filling for enchiladas. Let's put our enchiladas together now. Got ourselves a tray. We take a little bit of the sauce. Just rub it around the bottom. A little bit more in there. This also just helps the enchiladas not stick to the bottom of the pan. There we go. Take a little bit of the enchilada sauce on there. Your hands are going to get quite messy doing this, but hey, you just want them to be wet. So after you turn it over, wipe all the sauce off. Grab yourself a little bit of mix. And believe me, you don't need a lot of mix in these days. They're quite full with a little bit of mix. Grab yourself about that much. Roll your enchilada up. In the pan it goes. Do 2 of them here, and then I'll do the rest, and we'll come back and get it ready for the oven. Again, a little bit of mix. You don't need tons. These are quite full. And I'll roll the rest of these up and come back when I have them all ready, okay? All right, we're rolling up the last one here. We've got a dozen of them here in the pot. Let's get rid of this plate. Again, wash my hands up a second. We'll take our remaining sauce and just get some sauce onto the top here. Can't use it all up. Nothing wrong with extra sauce on everything. I've got some grated cheese here. You can buy it in the bag. You can use cheddar. You can use a mixture of the nacho cheese, Italian 3 blend, whatever cheese you have on hand. Well, you got some cheddar in your fridge, just grate it up. You don't want to put too much on. You just want to put a nice coating on, just to cover things up. That should be good. We take our tray and we go to the oven. Into our oven, middle rack. We've got the oven heated up to 400. Middle rack goes in there. Stays in there, and now it just bakes until the cheese is melted and got a nice golden crust on it, and your enchiladas are ready to go. Okay, these have been in. I think they're pretty much done. Let's turn our oven off. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Look at that. I think we better cut. You can feel with your knife, you can feel the shape of the enchilada. Let's try and work this one out of here. Oh, there we go. The way I like to have these, and you can put whatever toppings you want on. If you like to put some extra salsa on, whatever you like, green onions. This is the way I like to do it. I like a little bit of really fine chopped up red onion. Sprinkle a little bit of fresh chive on there. Dollop of sour cream. And a squeeze of lime. This is the way I like them. And we better cut into one of these and see how they are. Here's some of that sour cream. Oh, nice. So simple, so easy to do. You've got to make these for your family. I'm sure you'll love them. And like I said, when you put them together in the tray and you have the cheese on top, you can freeze the tray like that. So you can make extras, which we're going to be doing after. You can freeze 2 or 3 trays of these. You can freeze them into single containers. Use whatever toppings you like. Easy enchiladas, easy sauce, fast meal, very cheap to do. I'm sure you'll love it. If you like this video as well as the others, don't forget, click the red button in the bottom to subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video. Thank you.